Happy Monday. I thought I'd try this video out this week for some information on writing good emails that will help you for the rest of the week. A friend of mine sent me a letter that he in turn had sent to his staff, maligning the information that they had sent out, and he was wanting more information and more succinct and concrete information. So I would like, and I'll give you about 11 tools that you can jot down that will be helpful for you when you're writing your emails, whether they're internal or external. And it's same with if people you know, or maybe it's a sales letter to somebody you don't know. Number one, begin with a salutation. So, Dear D, or Dear John, or Dear Mrs. Jones, whatever it is, begin with a salutation. Number two, give your readers a specific subject line. Not the subject line that just says meeting, but say January 31st meeting postponed until Thursday, the 2nd of February, or committee is changing location, etc. If you just put meeting or you just put committee, then people don't really understand the importance of what your message will say. Number three, write in complete sentences. You're not texting. We've come into a point now where most people are with texting and they don't use real words. In email, you never know where that email is going to end up. Somebody could continue on to send it to who knows whom, and therefore write in complete sentences. Number four, what I call GPS, your grammar, punctuation, and syntax. Please use correct grammar, punctuation, and syntax, which is a sexy word for sentence structure. If you don't know, don't guess. Ask. It's better to ask and send out something correctly than all of a sudden you don't know when you send it out and you're thinking like, yeah, what have I done? Number five, your opening sentence is paramount. You only have about 10 seconds to be able to gain the reader's attention. We're all deluged by different types of emails. And if you have a succinct subject line and you've got a hook in your first sentence, then you'll have much more of a capability of your readers continuing on. Number six, know your audience. You would say different things on your internal than you would on your external on that. And make certain that, especially when it's external, about acronyms. I use the acronym NSA. Some people will say, oh, that's the National Security Administration, or NSA. When I was teaching technical writing at a technical college, they had a network system analyst degree. But for me, NSA stands for the National Speakers Association. Anytime that you write, make certain that you can explain what the acronym means initially, and then you can use it again. 7, change the subject line. The threads, sometimes people can go back and forth, and the topic has changed. So when you change the topic, two things. Either change the subject line, you go from meeting, and then all of a sudden you go from client. But if you don't change the subject line, people trying to get back to the information about the client may not know where to look. Another way to do that is to put the threads away and start a whole new email with clients, meeting, client change, whatever it is on the subject line. CC and BCC are number 8. When you have a computer copy, everybody can see the other addresses. When you have BCC, you can only see one address. Many people don't want to scroll all the way down and on email, and then you have maybe 15, 20, who knows how many names. So with BCC, that helps. And also, Some people may want to keep their emails private on that. When it comes to BCC, or when it comes to CC, also, number 9 is reply all. Whoops. I have been the recipient of a reply all, and the person who wrote the email did not want me to see it. It caused an awkward situation between the writer and me. So be careful when you do reply all that maybe it's not everybody needs that information on there. Number 10, proof. Proof. It's like any document. Email now is the way we communicate. Proof. Just if you can and you have the time, then let the email sit, go get a cup of coffee, or go and look into a different file, and then come back to read it. Whether it's a you versus a your, which I have done, whether it's an ITS or an IT apostrophe S, what is it? And going back to when I mentioned number 4 about GPS, grammar, punctuation, and syntax. Do you have misspellings? Do you have poor grammar? Did you leave out something? Did you put a period outside of a quotation mark as opposed to inside of a quotation mark? And as I mentioned earlier, ask or look it up in there. And the last one I want to give you this morning for your week is make sure that your emails take AIM. Here's your acronym, AIM. A, what action do you want me as the reader to take, if any? Do you want me to get back in touch with you by a certain time? Do you want me to send you some more information? What action is it that you want me to do? I stands for the information. Is it clear, concise, comprehensive, and concrete? Can your readers see what you've written? Paint them a picture. And M is your message well organized. So action, information clear, and your message organized. Remember, you write for the reader. Have a great week. Bye.